Oh, welcome back, friends and traders. Good afternoon. Welcome to the VIP Lounge. We got Coach Hoop back for another round. Coach Hoop joined us yesterday for the VIP Lounge, and we have another trader from the Pit Raiders with us. Everybody give Kair a warm welcome. Kair is a Top Step funded trader. He's in a pair of XFAs. He's also in the VIP experience on the Pit Raiders, which Coach Hoop happens to be the coach of. How is everyone doing this afternoon? Oh, and there's Dolby down there. Can't forget about Dolby time.
Oh, thanks.
Stuck in
Thanks,
the
JD.
Quick piece of housekeeping. Just so everybody knows, the house account is still long the NASDAQ. I just got the update from Hogue, who says we have a stop in at 21,685. I hope that's correct. Oh, we're long at 685. Long one at 21,685. Stop at 21,763. So we're about
100-point banger.
What a day. Nice trade. Nice trade.
Yeah.
We caught that one during fast markets, held it all day. We're holding nicely above weekly kickoff high, which is 21,755 at the moment. Hovering just below the lows. Ride it out to the end of the day. What's the line now?
Got a runner.
Runners are for the auto liquidator. All right, guys, let's get into
Last time I heard that line was I was in prison.
I guess we could tell that story later. Thanks, Eddie. All right.
Yeah, no problem.
Kair.
Hi.
Kair, thanks for joining
everybody.
us. Good afternoon to you. First of all, let's start with Andre's favorite question. How did you find Top Step? How did Top Step find you? Let's hear a little bit about your trading story.
So, as you've seen everybody, I was also originally an option trader. So I was doing an option trading. Tesla was my favorite at that time. But then I meet Market Switcher, one of my friend. He's still my friend. And because of him, I started doing ES trading. He introduced me to ICT concept. So in the beginning, it was a beginning. So we are still friends, me and Market Switcher. But for ICT, I cannot say the same. I stopped doing. I didn't get everything.
Good for you. Good for you.
And then because of ES, he introduced me to Top Step also. So my first Top Step account I brought was like $132. And that was the last month of Top Step before changing to one step, one rule.
Oh, okay.
So I got that account for $132 and lost immediately in a week. So I was like, man, do I need to give 132 every time to these guys? And then Michael came one day with one step, one rule, and $49 only. So I was so happy. So okay, now I can at least lose 4 or 5 trading combines, and I will learn, I will trade, and I will get. And then originally I was so optimistic. So I was like, in 6-7 months, I will be getting so much money, and I'll do this and I'll do that. So I can become the flag bearer of the hopeful traders without technical knowledge and without any fundamental understandings. So then market keep coming and kicking me out, losing every time. But then again, MPU has decided to save me from all the troubles. So MP came in with Top Step X, and then you guys give this $4.5 account. So immediately I got like 5 accounts of them. I keep renewing them and keep failing them. But I'm only paying $4.5. So I was like affording that. Then I started passing account and then losing. So I was again in April this year. Sometime in April, I was like, bro, this is not working for me. I lost my job, and then that trading was also not profitable for me. So that was the time I was driving for Uber and trading. So I thought, let's stop trading also. Even if it is $4.5, but I'm not getting it. And that was the best time. I thought, let's give it one more shot. And along with Market Switcher, I was watching this another guy trading with Adam. Adam's, he was every day, he was posting like high of the day, possible high and low of the day, and buy above, sell below. So I was watching on NQ's level on his chart, and then I find him having his own site and mentorship program. So that changed me. That was the best thing happened to me. So I initially, for the first month, I only got his indicator, subscribe for his indicator, and then with only indicator, without any knowledge, I made payout. And I was like, bro, this is working for me. Let's do it. So then with the same payout from Adam's indicator, I subscribe his mentorship program. And bro, trust me, that 3 month changed me. Right now, I am having these two XFAs, and their two XFAs. Imagine me losing almost 35 trading combines on Top Step. If you go to my history, I lost almost 35 trading combines before being profitable. And then these two XFAs which I am having, yes, I am not doing that good right now because again, like because I am emotional fool kind of person, so I do get emotional sometimes. So, but the main thing is because Adam converted me from NQ to MNQs, and with his strategy and indicators, even like these two XFAs, I am having both of them for past 5 months. I am having both of these XFAs up and running from July. And when you guys invited me, I was like, bro, I'm not getting like Dakota. I'm following Hogue, Dakota, everybody. And then I realized that I'm not that much profitable. Why this guy wants me? So I went back to Adam. And Adam, I was like, Adam, why? I don't understand why this guy has invited me. And he was like, look at your account's length. If you are not winning, but you are not losing these accounts. That might be the reason. So you guys knows better.
Mm-hmm. Well, thanks for sticking it out. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here, and we wouldn't be talking about it. Yeah, I personally subscribe to Adam Mancini's newsletter. Also, I read it every morning. I follow him on Twitter. I think he does great analysis on the S&P and the Nasdaq. So,
yes,
he's got a thumbs up for me. Is he a Top Step trader? Does he trade at a Top Step account? Do you know KR? Has he ever talked about it?
Adam, yes, Adam trades on his live accounts also, and he is on TopStep X also.
He's on Top Step. Okay, that's good to know.
Looking it up.
Note of that.
Looking it up. Is Coach Hoop your favorite coach, Kyer, out of all the coaches you've had?
Actually, it's kind of a mixed feeling. Sorry, Coach Hoop. And like, okay, this guy in the chat room, that's not Adam, but yeah, somebody else. Coach Hoop, problem, I was so lucky to get myself in VIP. So when I got myself and Coach Hoop's timing, I am currently living in a joint family. So 5:30 to 6:30 is the time for whole family to get together and having a dinner. So many days I try to have my airports in my head, and while on dinner table, I try to concentrate on Coach Hoop's lessons. But then people start coming, you are doing this whole day, and at the dinner table also you are bringing your headphones. Come on, remove it. Come on, remove it. So I start looking at, do we have Coach Hoop's videos like we have other coach video? But I didn't find them. So unfortunately, my experience with Coach Hoop was on and off. Some days I can join his class, some days I cannot. But then I already had my one setup which is working for good for me. So I was like, right now I'm following that.
Very cool. Hey, Coach Hoop. So, KR went through a couple days of drawdown. When you get traders that come to you with these types of problems, what do you talk to them about? And we know every trader goes through a period of drawdown. What do you say to them when you're trying to pull them back out of that little slump that they're in? Oh, I think we got a fine for Coach Hoop.
No.
The most expensive
show to
be
got
on. You now.
There we go. You got it? No, that wasn't me. But most I don't try and change what they're doing, but just kind of see if they're going through a bad spot now, what's changed from what they were doing before when they were successful. I think, for Kyer, maybe obviously going from the, regular NQ to the MNQ was a big thing for him, it sounds like, because you can manage risk so much different. But I don't really, like I said, as a coach, you're always trying to mold the player or the trader and really not trying to get too crazy about changing why they're successful, but just trying to build on, some of the areas they may be struggling, whether, as we talked about yesterday, was just guys who just don't hold trades long enough, don't let trades play out. That seems to be kind of a big one for a lot of traders. So I just really kind of more listen to them and let them, like I said, it's more of a, a group session where we kind of talk out, what's going on with them right now.
Very good.
And I didn't mean to interrupt your dinner with our time.
So, Kayer, tell us, how are you enjoying the VIP experience at Top Step right now?
Oh yes, definitely.
I know. Looking.
Mm-hmm.
I see that you're used to trading the smaller 50,000. You're mostly in the 50K account,
yes.
so now you're up into a bigger 100K account. Is that changing your strategy in any way? Is it making a big difference?
That is the reason. And that is the reason I am having this account keep resetting 100K, because with trading with Adam, tradingwithadam.com, Adam changed my prospects for looking at it. So I was having almost 2 or 3 MNQs only. But then when I get this 100K account, so I thought, let's scale it up. So I tried to get like more accounts, scaling it up, and then I started losing it. So I was testing this new thing that, okay, I'm getting 6 free resets. Let's try to scale it up, and then if I'm failing, I will have reset. So that's how I keep failing this. So for now I can say that no, I cannot scale up. I'm still not at that level where I can scale up. So this is
how did you try and scale up, buddy?
Last month.
Yeah,
that's the question. Increased my contract size, Coach Hope. Yeah. Instead of getting
how many do you normally trade?
MNQs, like I normally do trade 2 to 4 MNQs. 2 MNQs plus 1 or 2 more if it is a A+ setup.
Okay.
But then when I get this 100K account, because I need to get 6K, so I increase like 4 plus 4, 8 MNQs, or 5 plus 5 sometimes. And then some days I reach 3,500, 4,000 balance, but then I start losing, and then I lose my control. So I don't think the scaling up is still not my cup of tea.
So you think trading the 100K just like the 50K is the way to go, and just spend a little more time.
Yeah. Yes. Like say Isaac always says.
Yes. Get 150K and trade it like a 50K.
Yeah.
That's Isaac's technique.
Whatever.
Yep.
What got you there, shouldn't really change, right?
Yes. So that is, and I like to do experiments. So in this past 1 month also, if you see my 5 months average, I am a good trader. But past 1 month, I am like not at all good trader. Yes, I am not losing my account, full account, but no, I originally my plan was to get at least my job salary, not like too much. If I'm driving Uber, I'll earn $3,500, $4,000. If I'm doing any job, I will get $4,000-$5,000 salary. So that I reduced my target. That okay, I want this much only. But then last 1 month is not. You know what? I think when I get the invitation, that's when my psychological. I got this very different thing, because I wanted to show something. I keep started tanking down.
We're seeing a correlation, huh?
I'm sorry I invited you, Kayer. That was my bad.
It's okay, Dalby.
Well, let's get out of this slump right now.
I do.
Kayer, what are you doing in the markets today? Have you made any trades?
No, I didn't, because I was like, I came late in the market, and by the time I come, if I can share my chart, I can show you, because I was late. I didn't get into any long, and then market keeps going up and up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's take a look at your charts. Show us what you're looking at. What's your strategy? What are you using to get into a trade?
So this is my Top Step X chart, if you guys can see. So every day, we got these levels from Adam. So possible high of the day. This is the level, and these are the 4 importance level which I put along with Top Steps different levels. So today, when we start the day, we were already above the VWAP. But then this is my trading chart. But my decision making chart is something like this. So this is 1 minute chart, and this is one of Adam's student, DC. Thanks, DC, for this. So whenever, and the best thing is his indicator, originally it was like hard for me to understand, but once you get the understanding of that indicators, you can nail it. So this was the moment, 8 o'clock in the morning, from which market never comes to the, because I came late, I missed this entry. So this is the algo candles going red. Black is my transition period. So this is where I know that market will turn towards green. I got the buy signal. I got this the money zone below my price level, and then market keep going up. 8:30, this CPI candle also did not break the. This is the my stop loss lower than that. So this is the strategy I always follow. But to be
I
very
like your
frank, I'm so
consistency there.
impatient. So yes, but
That's a pretty wide stop loss,
know,
right?
no, when if I got long here 450 and then stop loss is 435, 432. This is,
Oh,
but
okay.
then
Never mind.
You
okay.
trail it up.
Once we go up,
You trail it
when
with
I
it.
get long,
Yeah.
maximum stop loss is for 40 or 50, no more than that. But because I trade 2 MNQs, I can afford 50 handle stop loss, which is like. But once we go up, then yes, if the gap is larger, then this is the another stop loss which we follows. So this is another thing which shows us that which direction we are taking. This is the background. So if this is the initial volume distribution background. So if the volume distribution is green, algorithmic candle color is green, and the cloud is below, the money zone is below it, then this is the trend day. We are going up and down. And then there is a 3 mentorship averages from Adam. So this is the 1 minute average, this is the 5-minute average, and this is the 15-minute. So being a good trader, Adam is a good coder also. So he is like Coach Robert.
Yeah.
So this is his creation. So if the 15-minute, 5-minute, and 1 minute, all these three, if all these three indicate mentorship averages are going up and in a line, this is the long day and no short at all in this whole day. So even though when market came here, because we already closed 3 15-minute candles above this level, 680, which Adam already gave me in the morning. So when market came here, I was watching this. This was my entry because I already missed this long. So this was my entry, but because I already missed this entry and I was coming online, so I thought let's not do this anything. If markets, because it is the CPI day, and we already get this discussion in the morning that because of the CPI, this was the possible high of the day, 770. But then also there was a note from Adam that because of today is the CPI day, we may touch 770 and we just invalidate and keep going up. And this is the other thing, best thing I like about Adam. This is the 4-hour volatility forecaster. So this is the cheap box, super cheap box, expensive and super expensive. So in the morning, this 10 o'clock to 2 o'clock. Now we just get the new 4-hour forecaster after 2 o'clock. So if the price again going towards 770, this might be my last entry long, trying to go towards the super expensive box, which is 900. But this will be the very hard resistance. What is that? 820 to 845.
Gotcha.
And because we don't have anything on the left side, there isn't anything on the left to compare. So there isn't anything on the left side to compare. That's why I'm just relying on the calculation of this 4-hour forecaster.
Very good. All right, so we're taking a look at the 21,770 level below. Oop, anything you're seeing in the NASDAQ? What are you trading today?
I mostly trade.
I'm trading ES. ES for me today.
ES today.
Okay. So, let's see, 15 years behind the screen. A couple years back, I kind of switched to range charts. And that's what you're looking at here. It's a 4 range. Basically, for me, my biggest stumbling block used to be staying in a trend And obviously, I finally got, PSDD from frickin' the summer from NASDAQ. So that was kind of aha moment for me to, catch a piece of a trend, quit being a perma bear, and try and play the long side of the market. So basically, for me, what you're seeing is just a 4-range chart. And basically, what I'm looking for is, as long as we stay above that solid kind of blue line there, I'm staying with the trend. And then somebody was asking me this morning on fast markets, like where the target was, and I just used a measured move from, I take the, call it this thrust, and then I kind of drop the box in, and that's why I was kind of saying 60.95 was kind of my target this morning, and we kind of, we got right there, and then we've kind of driven higher all day. So I like this kind with the range bars because I'm kind of a scalper at heart. So if I can get 5 to 10 points, JD, I mean, that's kind of, I spent 10 years of my brain training that way. So it makes it easier for me. Like if I can get a little, like on each of these thrusts, if I have 2 or 3 on, I can kind of scale out of one and let it go. So it's just, for me. And the big thing is I don't feel so bad because Kyrie's got more colors on his charts than I do. But, the big thing for me, because I came from such a visual world in the pit, when I see this green, it says, hey, idiot, don't short. So, and that's kind of the way I have to look at it. When you're a perma bear for such a long time and always, kind of get run over. And like I said, July was kind of the last time I really got ran over. I just like the background to kind of tell me what side to be on,
Yeah,
I can still buy pullbacks in here. What'd you say?
Try inverting your charts. Am
I what?
Try inverting your charts. Turn them upside down.
No, at Ninja, it'll kick everything off, and my whole system will probably go down if I try and do that.
Yeah, probably.
Probably would. And then, like what I do is you see on my screen is I also have, the old school looking like a quote board to the right with some of the other markets sitting there. Because once again, when like I think JD, you said it the other day, when if you ever see Linda Rasky talk on Floored, there's 7 screens in front of her, and she goes, I'm looking at one spot right there, the price that says up and down, and that's just kind of the world we came from. So that's why I kind of have quotes up there and, all that kind of stuff.
Well, Dobie, we have a house account open. We also have a long trade still in currently. Hope put that trade on during fast markets this morning. House count is long from 21,685. We have a 21,673 stop working. We are
wow, 100 banger.
100 banger. That's crazy.
Away from that.
Here's
100 banger.
Where's anybody got any measured moves above here, like a target? I don't know if you guys came up with that.
I don't even know how you measure.
Well, if you're in the chat, throw it in Slack. Not the chat though, Hogue. I'll give a round number. I'll announce a round number.
Let me see.
But I don't remember them during fast markets if they ever had a
came up the target.
They were set a target. Yeah, they were just letting it ride. And we are stop up accordingly.
Diamond handsing the whole thing. I mean, we were looking at 770s a while ago, and that looks like a steal now that we're trading at 800s.
Yep.
It was just stair-stepping higher. It is still stair-stepping higher. I think 790s is probably the new stair-step. We did make a lower high, though, so maybe we get into Dorito land here. While NASDAQ
that was going to be my next question. Do you guys see any reason to get out of this trade right now? Or do we hang on to this until the bitter end? Not bitter, the glorious end, I should say.
Glorious end. I mean, I'm looking at a 3-minute. If you take on a 3-minute, if you would take off that initial thrust, I mean, the target's above 900. Yeah, crazy.
Maybe a stop below this 4-hour candlestick, which just printed. So that would be a hair below 780s.
so hard.
A little too tight. Yeah.
I mean, it is pretty tight, but that's like where I would consider putting it when you're already up over 100 points. But it depends what your time frame is, and if you're just going to diamond hands the whole thing, and then they're just hold it, just commit to what we're going to do.
Hogue chose 763 for a reason. I'm sure he has a good reason for putting a stop there.
Oh, he most certainly does.
I mean, I kind of threw that measured move up there, and maybe 8.5 as a target. when you're at all-time highs, it's hard, man. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, Kyer, get in here.
Kyer, what's up?
So, as per this 4-hour forecaster, right now, my first target for this long of yours is 822. And if you want a stop loss, then that 770, which was the possible high of the day earlier in the day, that might be your target.
Makes sense.
And
so
then
targeting 822
the house account move the stop up,
if we goes inside the expensive box, which is from 820 to 845, and if we stays there by the end of day in like 3 to 4, I can see the market going towards 888 at least, because we are having good CPI data and the forecast. I cannot see anything on the left side, as I said, but as per this forecaster, 888 can be happen by the close of today if we stays above this 770.
Understood. Thank you.
Why not?
770 is the level to watch. Hope, to answer your question, Hogue didn't move the stop up. I don't know how many times he's moved it, but currently our CYA is at 21,763. So about 40 points below.
I am glad that we are, holding this trade just as an example of how powerful it can be to hold a runner and keep your hands off the mouse and just let the market do its thing and work. There is not a ton of over management here. Hogue is giving this trade a lot of space, and it has been paying off. Identified the uptrend, the breakout.
Yeah,
and it's a hands-off moment. Yep. Let the market do the hard work.
Yeah.
See, we definitely have some equity in this trade. 120, 118 points, 120 points on this trade right now. Nice runner.
On a one banger.
On a one banger.
Little engine that could.
All day. Every day.
Yeah. Crude making new highs.
American Girl in the chat asks, so it's a buy then? Well, when we bought this earlier this morning, I think we put the trade on right at around 9 o'clock Central Time. That sound about right?
Yeah.
So it's been some time. 4.5 hours. We were bullish. We're still kind of bullish. I still don't see any reason to get out of the trade right now. We're tapping on the ceiling of new highs as we speak. Tilt's getting a little short. 66% short in the NASDAQ. 54% short in the ES. Crude oil. Dead heat, 50, 50% long in crude, and gold. Gold's getting a little tilty, 71% long in gold. That was another trade we were talking about this morning. Everybody loved this gold long. Anybody take it?
The beast. I actually made money on the short side.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, made a little bit of money on the short. Kyer, what's your hold time on trades? Curiosity after seeing your.
Sure. Most probably my average hold time is half hour sometimes, but you know what, I even didn't tell anybody about this trade because it was God's will, not my any kind of ability. One day I get 500 points and NQ because I forget to close the position and I thought I have my TP order set, so I was
better be lucky than good long, that's another ism.
And when I realized it was I took that trade in the morning, and around 3 o'clock when I was looking at, bro, I am still in the trade, and I realized that I am 460 points plus. So I was like, okay, I put 50 handle stop loss and 500 handle. So I closed their trade at absolutely 500 handle. That never happened again, but that was a God's will.
That typically never happens, and it's always the exact opposite, where you float a trade and you just get your entire account blown to pieces.
Yep.
Kyer, I am fact checking your hold time here, and you are correct.
Mhm.
You are within 15
30 minutes.
seconds. Your actual average hold time, 29 minutes and
Mhm.
46 seconds.
How about that?
So if
How
you
about that?
if you rip that number off the top of your head, that is pretty impressive because you were dead on.
That's good.
About a 30-minute average hold time. Average loss time, 10 minutes, about 9 minutes. 9 minutes on the dot.
Yeah.
That's your average loss, average win, 30 minutes. So nice job holding on to winners and cutting those losers short.
Very good. Kyer, it sounds like you go back and you study your trades. Do you journal often? And do you look at the trades you made throughout the week and sort of
Mhm.
do your best to learn from them? Is that part of your
Yes. I just
routine?
started
Going back and
recently
looking at old
journaling.
trades?
Yeah. Mhm.
hmm
I started journaling my
Very
trade
useful tool.
recently because, yeah.
What benefits are you finding from
And although
journaling?
I am
We were just
showing,
talking
I am
about this.
showing you very, and although I'm showing you the large up moves, most of the time, because as I told you that psychologically I still need more time. So most of the time I keep trailing my stop loss a little bit closer than what Adam's indicators are showing me. And yes, when I'm keep talking about the indicators are there to support my emotion and not for the trades, but still they are amazing at helping me see the probabilities of the plan I want to execute. If
That's
the
interesting.
indicators don't agrees with, so if the indicators are not agreeing with my plan, I know the probability is lower, so I should risk less or having a close like a tight stop loss.
So you use your indicators to help with your psychology. Is that just to help give you confidence in holding a trade?
Yes, sir.
I
So
like
when
that.
I
That's cool.
start my day, most of the time I have one like fixed bias that okay, I want to do this kind of trade today as per mentorship indicators and 4 hour forecasters and the background of volume background. So I know that today what kind of day will be today. But this
Kyer, what do
whole
you
process, Dolby, is
yeah, go
yeah.
ahead. Finish
I'm
your thought.
learning
I got
all
more
these things.
questions.
So most of the time I do mistakes, and that's how I'm not doing well in last 1 month.
Yeah, I have your trading card pulled up. Your one of your express
Mhm.
funded accounts. You've been in this account for 74 days, which is a very long time. You've taken a couple
Mhm.
small four-figure payouts out of it. What is your goal for 2025? Is it more of the same, or are you looking to challenge
Oh,
yourself
absolutely.
even more? And what does that look
Yes,
like
I'm
to you?
challenging myself more. No, I'm challenging myself more. By the end
How?
of next year, I want 50K payout. So right now, if I'm telling you that 50K, no, not 50K. I want from January, I want at least 5K a month. That's what my salary must be. Doing this
Mm,
thing, giving my time into this thing, the hours I'm putting into it, I'm not looking to be like, yes, I one day I want to be Coach Dakota. 300K. Yes, that is my target. I am having Coach Dakota's picture, on my
Mhm.
desktop. So he is my target. But for now, my target is salary, 4 to 5 thousand a month, and I'm good. If I'm getting there by next year end, by next December, then yes, in 2026 I will increase it.
that's nice.
Excellent goal.
And is that
Excellent
yeah?
goal to
Does that
set.
involve increasing your trading size? Are you going to trade more micros? Are you going to try to get into e minis?
No, my trading size, I am kind of in this past 1 month MP who always came and saved me. This 1 month MP has give me some trouble. So let me tell you what my original plan was: having 5 XFAs and targeting 2 to 300 a day, and do the copy trading, and then if I'm losing or winning, 5K a month is possible. But now, okay, I am also getting used to this idea of yours that live funded and not to trade. Copy trading is not like going to stay for all the time. So now I'm reworking on that prospect.
That's right.
And yes,
We
I
all
That is
keep
came
right.
from
trying
that
to get
world of
5
trading
XFA.
one account. So, yeah. I mean,
Yes,
if
Yep.
you can
sir.
get good at
Yes, sir.
Very
trading
true.
and getting good at one account, is the ultimate goal for any trader. It is.
Yep.
Yes.
If you can't trade one account, you can't trade 10 accounts. As simple
Straight
as
up,
that.
JD.
So I keep trying getting 5 XFAs, which never happened. But my goal was for these 2 XFAs never to lose them. And so far till today, I'm succeeding in that.
That's great. How long have you been trading, Kayer?
1.5 year. In the
That's great,
futures.
man.
On
you're
options,
fresh.
yes, 4-5 years.
Oh, okay.
So I
A little
just
bit
joined
longer.
last June. So that's when I got my first Top Step account. That was my first one. And I never look
Dude.
back to any other prop firms. I tried it, but I failed miserably everywhere. This is the only place I survived.
That's awesome.
You're remarkably
And
consistent.
as I
I'm going
said,
through your trade
you can
report.
put
It's really good.
yeah. And as I'm having Coach Dakota's picture on my desk, you can have so many people in this chat have my picture and for reminding what not to do. I keep watching. See,
That's
Hogue
trading.
just logged in. So I keep watching Hogue's market profile and all these things. Coach Dakota's 3-bar reversal. Then I'm doing trading on my chart and my setup with trading with Adam. But overall, I keep doing experimenting. Even Adam also scolded me so many times that, bro, why do you need to modify something which is perfectly working for you? And I was like, I learned something new. I learned market profile from Hogue and Coach Dakota's 3-bar reversal. Let me try and apply and all them. But sometimes I do like wrong location. Trade location is also very important.
Traders
Timing,
always
location,
need to
careful.
you always need to adapt as a trader, man. So
yeah, it's good to learn new
bonds are
things.
nearly lows.
Everything works until it doesn't in this business. That's just a hard fact of life. So,
especially as you get into rollover, right?
Nothing makes sense during rollover.
No. Nope.
Just pain.
Nope. Yep.
Seeing a little touch of liquidity coming into equities here.
Bonds are pulling back too. They're near the lows.
Okay.
Next week will be interesting to see what goes on there.
Nice little 3-minute double top on the NASDAQ.
Yeah. It's still got to be a pullback to buy. I ain't getting suckered into getting a short here. Been there too many times.
I mean, if I had a live account, I could easily call the tops and NQ by going long. I mean, that's like a superpower of mine.
And then add in on the way down, right?
Oh, 100%. 100%. That's the problem. If you only trade the second session, you get kind of a different market stakes. If it's gone up a couple hundred points, you're like, well, are we doing a couple hundred more, or are we going to retrace? It kind of depends on when you trade and what kind of market you can expect, kind of price action. Kayer, when's your favorite time to trade? Do you have a preference on what session you like?
Morning, 10 to 12.
And that's it? Do you have a 2-hour hard cap, or can you pull like an 8-hour trading session?
So I have this rule of not to trade after 12:30. But if you see, I do trade after 12:30, around 2 p.m. also. So there isn't any rule which I follow like 100%. That's why I told you that I am the flag bearer of people not to do what not to do.
Dolby, that's the crude trader in you too.
What? Which part?
Just the when you trade a market for a long time, how your brain gets trained to. So, like, go back to my chart. I pulled something else in there. See if that comes in there. Okay. So, Dolby, we've been trading together a long time. So, from going from 15-minute to 30-minute on crude to tick charts to whatever. When I look at how a range chart keeps me on the right side and not getting stopped out, ticked out. I mean, you know how crude is just ruthless. Every time you put a 20 or 25 tick wide stop, it goes after you. It's helped me. I still hate crude right now because it just ranges like no other. But on a day like today, the range start here is kind of, we're moving sideways. The number kind of came out. That's when I think Jared was talking about taking it short. We popped and we bounced off that, kind of that mid area, and it's been to the moon since. So this would have normally, if I pull up, so 754 tick chart. You remember that one? Yeah, for sure it did. Yeah. But it's just, I don't know, range chart, especially with crude versus time, it's just cleaned it up where it's not so sloppy and wicky and just, I used to just get, especially recent crude, just get stopped out left and right,
I haven't traded crude
just
in a very
because
long
it doesn't
time, actually.
trade like, Remember when you used to have $4 ranges was the norm?
Oh, man, those
Deanna
were
was
the days, Hoop. Those were the
right?
days.
Yeah.
If anyone is an OG at Top Step, you know that crude oil was NASDAQ to everybody now. Like 95% of traders were trading crude oil. Oh, yeah, it wasn't even close. Everybody traded crude oil. But the ranges were huge. The volatility was awesome. It was like shooting up to a 150, then coming back down again. There was just like months of awesome crude trading. It was the hottest market. And no one cared about
A lot of people
NASDAQ.
traded the FX to the euro. A lot of people traded the euro back then too because it moved. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah,
and that's all traders want is. Yeah, all traders want is price movement, right? Look at micro Bitcoin. What's the ATR in that thing?
Big.
You trade that a lot, Kara? You look at that one yet? Micro Bitcoin?
I haven't traded
ATR
that one.
in a daily is 4,780. This is the ATR in a daily.
There's your volatility.
Yeah, there's your rate.
What's the liquidity like? Does it do any volume?
Yeah. No, the micro contract isn't crazy in terms of risk, but it actually, JD, it reminds me of your dad's old pit, the lumber. Sometimes it just trades and handles. Yeah, it just, it does. That's what it looks like, but it's getting, I think, more and more play from people. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That used to be crazy with lumber. I used to get a kick out of that. What handle? And they'd be yelling. They'd be trading like 6 handles in a span of like 8 minutes. It's just like, I don't know how. The bellies were right next to that pit for a long time, and one of Hoag's and my friends from back then, John Fisher. I'd look at his card and I go, "How do you know where you're trading?" It's like there's just handles everywhere. That's a nutty pit. It was crazy.
Hey, Hoop, let's trade some butter. Let's do butter.
Here we go.
Any more trading butter?
Eggs. Butter. Right. Anywhere closed. Butter. Right? Isn't it
closed?
Right. Closed.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, we got to move on to the afternoon recap. I see Hoag in the back. He's ready to go. Coach Hoop, Kair, thanks for joining us. Dolby, always a pleasure to see you. I'll catch you in a little bit. Hoag's going to come on right now. He's going to do his recap. Just in case it's your first time joining, Hoag's going to come in and talk about what happened earlier today, what's been happening this afternoon. We actually have a trade on in the house account that Hoag is currently managing. We're going to talk a little bit about that and how we see the markets going into the close. Stick around. We got Coach Dakota is going to be here for Power Hour too. He's going to be joined by Hoag, Dolby, and Andre. So we're going to keep managing this house account trade and see how much we could squeeze out of the NASDAQ today. All right, guys, we're going to take a short break. Thanks again for joining us. Thank you to everybody in the chat, all you viewers and listeners at home. Appreciate you all. We're going to move on. Hoag's coming on with the afternoon recap in just a minute.
Why did you ping me to talk about the markets? And then after that, why did you listen to Dre's advice?
I don't need my money just sitting in a savings account. The interest is low, so it's like